Hey everybody, Rez the Collector here with another action figure review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Clash on Earth 3 Ultraman versus Alexander Luthor. Now you can see I've got them displayed in my cabinet, and I'll be taking them out in just a moment, but I just want to show you guys the way that they are displayed in there. You can see Ultraman flying in, taking Luthor off his feet, and about to go plowing into the wall or what have you. But I'm just going to go ahead and pause this real quick, get the camera set up correctly, and we'll get over and test out the review space. Alright, be right back. Alright, we're back, and we have got them out of the display case. So let's go ahead and take a look at them together real quick before I start the individual reviews. And by the way, this is the new review space. As you can see, I moved my HeroClix Superman Good versus Evil to the back there. And I've got this new spot here for my review space. This is actually a tin sign that my mother-in-law got me for Christmas. And it's replacing my old bat signal placemat that I had on here. Alright. This is the figures from the 2-pack Clash on Earth 3 from Mattel. Now this is Alexander Luthor and Ultraman. Now, for those of you who don't know, on the Earth 3, the heroes that we normally knew, Superman or Ultraman, Superwoman or Wonder Woman, Power Ring for Green Lantern, Johnny Quick instead of the Flash, was an evil group called the Crime Syndicate. And they fought a group of heroes that were basically the reverse of our normal villains. The leader of which being Alexander Luthor, as we see here. So that's what that figure the 2-pack was based on, was the reversal of these characters. The hero Luthor and the evil Kal-El from Earth 3. So I'm just going to go ahead and move Ultraman out of the way for a moment, and we're going to take a look at Luthor first. We're just going to go from top down. See if we can get a good look at that face. I really like the head sculpt they did on here. That beard is very nice looking, the mustache, the kind of fierce look in the eyes. This was actually a cool sculpt in my book. Mattel did a really good job of bringing this character to life. The design on the helmet is right on. The chest guard is movable. And of course, we got the standard Mattel body style underneath. We do have that big L on there for Luthor. And that goes across the front and the back, of course leaving the sides open. He does have a big rigid yellow belt, and then some Captain America or Martian Manhunter pirate-style boots, basically. Now, both of these figures suffered badly from banana leg. The way that Mattel had them posed inside the packaging, they had them in a very dynamic pose, but unfortunately bent the legs terribly. And these were the first figs I've actually used the boiling trick on, because I really had no other choice. Now, for those of you who don't know the boiling trick, what you do is you get a pot of water boiling, you put the appendage that is oddly bent into the boiling water for 30 seconds, take it out, bend the appendage the way that you need to have it bent, and then put it in some cool water to re-harden that plastic. You're not going to put fingerprints or anything in there, but don't point it in the water too long. Just, give it enough time to soften it up for you to be able to bend the figure back, and it works really, really well. I mean, these characters were really badly bent. I mean, I know Mattel wanted that dynamic pose and everything, but had I not known about the boiling trick, I mean, these figures would have been damaged, basically. So let's take a look at articulation. He, of course, has the standard Mattel articulation. Arms go up and down, out, very nicely. Bicep rotation, elbow, and hand. Of course, same on the other side. Now, underneath his L tabard here, you do see that he does have the ab crunch. Waist rotation. He has the standard Mattel leg out and in. He, of course, has thigh, knee, no boot, and ankle. Now, when I first saw figures with the ankle, I really liked that because you could put them in more dynamic poses. But the ankle joint is the bane of all of us collectors, I think. Because as you can see here, I'm having a hard time with him because of those ankle joints, getting him to stand up again. Alright, come on. There we go. So there is Alexander Luthor, the hero Luthor, from Earth 3. So let's go ahead and take him aside and take a look at the Ultraman figure. Get a good look at that face real quick. Alright, that didn't help. Let's try that again. Alright, this thing just does not want to focus for me. Okay, there we go. Now, as you can see, he does have heat vision eyes. He does have a nice grimace going. It is a very nice head sculpt. Unlike our standard Supermans, his hair is completely slicked back. We don't have an S-curl in any way, shape, or form. Ultraman does come from Krypton, and he is basically Kal-El in most versions. I know there are some versions where it's a little different, but basically he is their world Superman, except evil. You can see we've got the big red yellow U on the chest and this big like boomerang looking thing shoulder guards. This is an aesthetic choice that I really don't ever remember seeing Ultraman like this in the comic, with this big thing on his chest. I'm not real sure. I mean, I could be wrong, and feel free to correct me in the comments if I am. I'm not sure that ever had this gigantic, just big U raised up like this. It almost looks like something from, you know, like a kid's alphabet set that they just took and glued onto the chest, along with that big boomerang looking thing. DC Collectibles is going to have a new Ultraman coming out 2014, and that actually looks really good. But I mean, not that this, he's good for what he is. I mean, he is a Mattel figure. I really like the head sculpt. They did a really good job on that face. The lines you can see coming down from the nose, the wrinkles, I mean, the face is really well done. It's just something about that chest guard just bothers me. As you can see, he does have red on the sleeves, and he did not have the standard comic book underwear. He was a straight blue suit, and then, of course, he had red boots. Now, of course, he also has the standard Mattel articulation, out, bicep, elbow, hand, chest crunch, and then, of course, same for legs, everything else that the Luthor figure had. His banana leg was the worst of the two, and you can see that it still isn't completely corrected. I might end up redoing him just to get it just a little bit better. You can see he leans to that one side a little bit. But honestly, the way I have them posed in the case, I've got them in that flying pose coming in. So unless I feel like really changing that, I may not go ahead and do the boiling trick again. I mean, at least he does stand. I mean, because his leg was literally like shaped like that, outwards, you know, basically where his bones would have been shattered had he been a real person, and his leg was shaped like that. Overall, for the two set, I do really like it. I mean, I don't like the chest guard on him, but he is another version of basically of Superman. I got this from my wife for Christmas, and I was really happy with it. I'm really happy to have it in my collection. Now, what I got from my mother-in-law, I do actually now have a loose duplicate of this Luthor figure. I'm not sure what I'm going to end up doing with that. So I do have 2 of these now. But this is the review, of course, of the 2-pack Clash on Earth 3. I am Rez the Collector. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe. I do put out videos as often as possible, and I did just get a huge lot of figures for Christmas. So there's going to be quite a few reviews coming. Now, these are going to be all older figures, but they're at least new to me. And I know you've seen a lot of reviews out there on these, but of course these will be my takes on them. But as always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please click the like button and leave me a comment if you'd like. And you have a nice night. Thanks.